Okay, brace yourself, mad dogs. In 5 minutes' time, they'll be in Marlborough. Just getting all my equipment out at the moment. So in here I have got my DJI Avata. Here he is in all its glory. Going to be spinning it around. It's fully charged. There we go. So I think we're going to get about maybe 15-20 minutes of fly time from it. I'll be flying it in and around this part of the forest. It's going to be fun, it's going to be interesting. Size-wise, compared to the Neo, it's somewhat bigger, as I'll demonstrate. I do a side-by-side comparison. You can see for yourself then the difference in the size. So pretty much the Neo is, well, it's half the size and probably a third of the weight. That's quite weighty. That's really, really light. So yeah, maybe do a side-by-side comparison in a while. You can see that they look very similar, don't they? Yeah. Anyway, we'll take this one up and maybe we'll put this one up later. Right, here we go then, guys. So I'm going to get filming almost straight away. I'm just going to wait for a few more satellites to appear. I'll get filming now. Pretty sure I'm filming on the goggles as well as the drone. I'll have to go into the settings, I think, and just check to see that's the case. Go on camera. One second, where do we need to go then for that one? Advanced camera settings. Yeah, I'm recording with both, so we're good. I should be on both, which is great because I can then mix up the actual footage itself. Right, we're gonna take this thing off. Then this is going to be the first time flying in anger, the Avata 2. A bit quieter than the Neo, thankfully. That thing screams, doesn't it? Right. So here you go then, guys. I'm hoping that the quality is going to be pretty awesome. Okay, I'm not going to go bouncing it around like a mad thing. I really just want a nice drone so I can just kind of fly through the woods, really. I just want to see how this thing reacts. Probably going to react the same way I'd have thought as the Neo, I suppose. I'm just going to take it nice, just ease gently into it, do a few little manoeuvres. I've got to be mindful that it's actually twice the size of the Neo, so I've got to be a bit mindful of that. Okay, I'm just going to take it easy through here because I'm first time out. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this thing can do some amazing stuff, you know. It really, really can. I have also got the FPV controller with it, but you know what, that thing's just a bit mad, and I don't really want to crash this thing and end up smashing it up. This is as much as I want it to do. I just want a drone where I can just fly through the forest at low level just to really see what there is. and this I think is going to do it just perfectly for me. The footage is going to be a step or two up, I think, from the Neo. The Neo's great. I mean, the footage, to be honest, with the Neo is really, really good. I'm just thinking with this, it's just going to be that little bit better. Anyway, so this shoots in H.265 only, not 264. I'm just going to take it up. Just really see how it performs. Probably very similar, I'd have thought, to the Neo. I have messed around with the with the settings a little bit with it. Just going to dip it down and just find a little spot where I can maybe bring it back into the forest. Okay, let's take it down here somewhere, shall we? Looks like a bit of a gap there we can just take it into. Oh, careful. I'm going to go a bit easy with this. it reacts slightly different. I found that out. It reacts slightly different to the Neo, which is fine. It's okay. And it's not going to be exactly the same as a Neo. I kind of get that. So it'll take a little bit of getting used to. I'm not going to stick it on stupid sports mode. Not in here anyway, because you absolutely are going to be asking for trouble that way. When you're going belting through, oh, there's a deer. When you're going belting through, you really are going to miss a whole load of good stuff, and I'm just out here just to relax. If you're hammering it through like a mad thing, then you're always going to be on edge all the time. This is my little timeout, ladies and gentlemen, just to get away from the world just for a while. We live in a bit of a mad world at the moment. And I don't want it to be any madder, because this thing can be absolutely mad. I don't really want it to be, so I'm just out here just to see nature at its best, really. Right, we're down to 80% power. Just bring it back to the home point area. Just working its way back to myself. There we go. Okay, takes a bit getting used to. This thing's a different. It's a step up or two from the Neo in all respects. Camera quality as well. I was mentioned a bit earlier about the format which it shoots in. It shoots in H.265, which my poor old PC at home is not going to like at all. You can just about handle H.264. It just means that the 265 file is half the size of 264, and it's massively compressed without losing any video quality. It's just a new format. It's just a micro kind of a file, really. And my poor old PC really struggles with it, so I've had to run out. Well, actually, it's on its way now. I bought it from an online shop. A new graphics card, which is going to be twice the size of the one I presently have got. So when I get that in a few days' time, I can then probably edit with ease. But trying to edit this footage in my PC the way it is presently is going to be an absolute nightmare. It'd just be like running through treacle. It really would be a bad experience. Right, just take it out of the forest. I'm going to stick it on sports mode. Right, okay, this is sports mode. Let's see what it goes like, shall we? Just whip it round here a bit quick. Open space. I don't really want to be flying like this, in a enclosed environment, such as a forest. Hear it screaming away. it's fun. It's a fun drone. There we go. Gives you a good idea. There's some wonderful parts of this big forest, mostly around here. Put it on normal mode. Mostly around here, it's pine forest, which is fine. I like flying in pine forest. It's a bit more open than some of the other parts of this most beautiful forest which I'm in. Okay. Being slightly bigger as well, some of these little twigs I don't think is going to make much difference to, you know, to it. The Neo is great. I mean, with the Neo, you know, it's a very small drone and it's very nimble. You can get it into some real tight spaces. This is obviously a little bit bigger, and you pay a little bit of a price because it is just slightly bigger. But with it being a little bit heavier as well, it's not going to be taken out by small twigs and leaves like the Neo. The Neo is very susceptible, you know, for crashing, just because something very, very small could quite easily just take it down. Alright, am I glitching up slightly? No, I'm kind of doing okay at the moment. I'm just flying through just to see what there is. This new world has kind of been opened up to me, really, you know, flying drones like this, because you wouldn't normally go kind of walking out into a place like this. So this really does open up a whole new world, you know, to myself. You know, I do understand that there are some people who cannot get out to places like this, you know, so it's really kind of my job in a sense to bring these places to them, you know. Why, you know, and it brings me great pleasure to share my experience as well, you know, stick it on the platform, do some editing, and then share my experience with other people, which is just wonderful, really. There we go, just a bit past me. Yeah, it's a bit quieter than the Neo, quite a bit quieter. We're down to 51% battery power. Obviously, if you're hammering this thing around like a mad thing, then your battery is going to go down rapidly. So I just like to take my time. You know, I'm an old boy now. I'm kind of in my 60s, and I've hit my 60th year, and I don't really need to go belting around like a mad, crazy teenager. You know. My days of the need for speed are basically over and done with some time ago, and now I'm just sitting back and just looking at nature itself and just in awe of me, one, being able to do this, two, being able to share it, and three, benefiting from it. Anyway, so yeah, the main reason really for me buying this is obviously I'm getting a better quality footage. That's the most important thing. Obviously, all my kit is compatible with the Avata, which is just amazing. And to me, it was just kind of a bit of a no-brainer, really. You know, why do I need to go and buy a Neo 2? You know, and then perhaps I'll have to go and invest hundreds of pounds, you know, in new equipment. It just didn't make any sense to me, really. Right, we're going to bring this thing back. We'll take it in for a landing. I'm down to 41% battery power, which, to be honest, I'm quite impressed with. I've only got one battery. I have got some battery chargers with me, some power packs. So if I need to stop and charge, I can do so. I just need the lead to do it. That's all. Right, we'll just take you up here, shall we? I should just be up here somewhere. There we go. So we're doing, what speed are we doing at the moment? 7.9 miles. So this is basically the same speed normal mode speed is the same speed. Normal mode is the same speed as the Neo in sports mode. And this is just good enough. This is quick enough for me. Okay, we'll take it around. Oh, it turns sharper. It does turn sharper. It's more reactive than the Neo, which is kind of okay, really. There we go. Right, brilliant. Excellent. Back in one piece. No mess ups on that. Great little drone. Really super impressed with it. I don't really want to put it on sports mode, not in here. You can see there's just so much. Whoops. Try and keep it around. There's just so much wood around. If I stick it in sports mode, then it's going to be all over the place, possibly having a head-on crash with a tree and completely probably demolishing the drone. So I'm not going to do that. Right, with the noisy flip, I'm going to go into the settings on this. I also want to see if I can go to FP. There's something, I think it said FPV on here. Style. I saw your other settings on there. I did see one where you can kind of fly FPV or something. Right, so whereabouts would that be then? I thought it might be in camera somewhere, but okay, let's go to let's try control. Oh, FPV mode. Okay, right, found it. It's in control. Right, we're going to try the flipping FPV mode, whatever that looks like. My thinking is it's not going to be true FPV obviously, because I haven't got goggles on, but I think it's going to maybe make the video look as if it's doing like FPV rather than just being on horizontal. We'll give it a go. I've never done this before. Just someone said something in the comments, I think on my last video. I thought, I have seen it, but I've never tried it, so I am going to give it a bit of a go. Take it up. It's a bit noisy, this one. Move away from it. Blasted obstacle avoidance on again. Right, let's see how this goes then, guys. Camera wise, this shouldn't be too much different, I don't think, quality wise, than the one I was just flying, you know, the Avata 2. Try it and see how it goes. There's a bit of a tilt there, to be honest. I do much prefer, if I was honest, to fly with goggles on. You can see a whole lot more. Oh, here we go. It's upside down. That didn't last long, did it? Yeah, you can see, so I mean, you can see a whole lot more with goggles on than you can, you know, just by using this thing. It's quite difficult. It's upside down as well. This thing hasn't got turtle mode, which just means I've got to walk 150 meters to go and find it, and I'll just stop filming on it, turn it the right way up, and then just fly again. But that was kind of interesting. I thought I saw it kind of moving slightly, a little bit like an FPV kind of a drone. Right, no massive dramas. We found it. Everything seems to be okay with it, no problems. We're going to take it off once again. We'll take it out a little bit. And we get filming. I'll put it on cine mode. I'm going to slow things down a little bit because I'm not like Speedy Gonzales out here, you know. I'm just out here just to experience the wonderments of nature. Anyway, so I think regarding the quality of the footage between the Avata and this thing, there's not a lot of difference. I think the camera is almost exactly the same. I wouldn't be surprised if it is. I'm going to try and make a bit of a run for, I think, the edge of the forest. I'm going to take it out. Okay, I'll get filming straight away. This is the DJI Neo. So you might notice a difference in the quality of the footage. There we go, we'll take it out over here. Right, this is just normal mode. Let's just stop it and put it on sportsy mode. There we go, now on sports mode. This is going to go to about the same speed as the Avata I was going, so roughly around about 8 kilometers a second, there or thereabouts. But you'll probably notice the quality is not as good. I wouldn't have thought anyway, as good as the Avata. That's the plan anyway. It shouldn't ought to be, but I don't know, you tell me. It just seems different on the goggles itself. Not as clear. It just doesn't seem as clear. I don't know whether that has something to do with a camera or something. I don't know, but anyway, might be the whole 265 thing coming in. But just a quick spin around, just as a bit of a comparison between the two. Just going to hunt for those gaps now. Just to see what we can see around this wonderful forest, which is Savernake. It's quite easy to switch between the Avata and the Neo on the headset. Literally just a couple of clicks. I have more of a problem trying to get it from photo over to actually video. Anyway, I managed to do it after about 5 minutes of messing around. Just because I didn't have to do it before. Anyway, what a great way to spend a Friday morning, eh? Just belting around a wood somewhere in Wiltshire. This could be anywhere. I mean, I think most towns, most sort of large conurbations have got a kind of a place like this. You know, where you can just fly around, just cutting loose, just to see what there is out there. Right, I'm just pixelating up slightly. Just going to take it perhaps over here somewhere, just because I can. Right, let's have a little look through here, shall we? See anything jumping around? Might see some Yetis. You never know. Might see some of the old lesser spotted. I'm sure if they exist, they're very much in a place like this. Okay. Bit risky there, bit risky. Okay. Yeah, sorry guys if this video's going on for a little bit longer than the normal kind of a thing, but I am having the time of my life out here, by the way. This is my little getaway. Just to get away from life, just for a while. I'm just pixelating up pretty badly at the moment. Going to bring it back in a homey direction. So bring it back this way, I think. There's absolutely nothing and nobody around here, you know. Almost got the whole place to myself. Quite amazing. I do love the Neo, you know. The Neo's a great little machine. It really is. Oh, man. I mean, it's incredible when you think, like, you know, 10 or 15 years ago, you could only really dream of doing something like this. And now it's reality. And it's just going to get better and better. It's just amazing. It really, really is. This is a whole new world just kind of been opened up, you know, to ourselves. And we're just going to take full advantage of it. It's just a wonderful thing to do. What a great hobby to have, and it's kind of inexpensive in a sense. Yeah, you can spend as much as you want on drones and stuff, or you can spend very little money and just, I mean, the whole setup here I think was probably less than £600, and you can do what I'm doing right now. You know, you don't have to make videos, but I just love to share my experience with other people. You know, some people just cannot get out, you know, to places like this, so I like to bring these places to them, you know, so I feel very privileged, and I'm just making the most of my life whilst I've still kind of got some, really. And I think we all need to do that. You know, life is a stressful thing. And we need, you know, times away. We need to get grounded in nature, getting back to base again. And kind of this is how I do it. For me, this kind of, you know, it floats my boat, as it were. There we go, guys. Anyway, so what do you reckon then of the footage between the Neo and the Avata? I think the Avata's probably got the edge, hasn't it? I'd have thought so anyway. But, I mean, both are just amazing little drones. Amazing little drones. Okay, well, yeah, that was fun flying in there. Really enjoyed that with the Avata 2. Yeah, it's slightly different. Flies very similar to the Neo, which is great because I'm used to the Neo. The Avata 2 is obviously a more powerful machine, just basically better everything. So I'm looking forward to doing a comparison between the Avata and the Neo. I think the Avata's probably going to win hands down, but I think the problem which I'm going to have now going home is getting the footage from the Avata onto my PC and then being able to work with it because it's at a more compressed codec. But I do hope to get that sorted out with a new graphics card, which will be coming hopefully in a couple of days' time.